This vodcast brought to you by Power9 Games.
Hi, welcome back to Frontier Gaming. Today we're going to be looking at the new chapter pack for Game of Thrones. And we've got a lot of interesting cards in this pack. But I'm Matt.
And I'm Z.
And go ahead and get us started here. We're going right into Stark.
Yep, so first up is a Stark character. Greyjoy's Vanguard. It's a non-loyal character. It's a 5-cost, military and power icons, and 4 strength. And it has the Army and House Umber traits. And it says, no attachments. While there are fewer than 3 plots in your use pile, Greyjoy's Vanguard gets +2 strength and gains renown. So, early game character here.
Yeah.
Kind of expensive, though, so...
Yeah, a little high. Getting the +2 strength and the renown early in the game, though, can get you kind of some momentum, you know.
The question is, like, can you sustain paying 5 of your... Probably one of your entire plots worth of gold in the first 2 turns to get this... He's a really big character and stuff, but no intrigue icon. He's got renown, though, so...
Yeah, it could be good. I think you're definitely going for a quicker kind of game.
Yeah, I think this we looked at the box last week, and this fits in with that that kind of power rush theme.
Definitely right in there with that theme.
Yeah, so could be good.
Yeah. All right. Next we have another Stark location, 1 cost, Winterfell and Crypt, and it's loyal. Winterfell. Reaction. After a unique Stark character you control is killed or sacrificed during the challenges phase, sacrifice Winterfell Crypt to choose a character with equal or lower printed strength. At the end of the phase, if the character is still in play, shuffle it back into its owner's deck. More sacrifice effects. Yeah.
Man, that's pretty good. Yeah.
1 cost, and its location, so...
Shuffling opponents' characters into their deck is pretty powerful effect, I think, because especially against like Targaryens or like maybe Baratheons in the future, who have often had the ability to remove guys from their dead pile or from their discard piles. This could be a really powerful effect, especially for 1.
Yeah,
and it fits into that whole sacrifice theme. Like they're already killing and sacrificing their dudes, so just
I think it goes straight in. Yeah, if you're playing that kind of deck.
Yeah, like we were talking about, like they're just gonna get a ton of value out of their own guys dying.
Right.
And so
just it's more.
The question here will be how many slots are you going to dedicate to getting like all this superfluous
That's true.
stuff.
Yeah, you might be having to make some hard cuts to make sure you get maximizing your effects. But
I
think that's up there.
This is almost better than targeted kill here. Like targeted remove from the game, basically.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yep, I like it.
All right, next up, we got Tyrells with the character Rose Road Patrol. It's an army, and it says it's a 4-cost military power icon and 3 strength. And it says while you control a character with the highest strength in play, Rose Road Patrol gains stealth. So this is fitting into that theme actually we were talking about in the box, where like they want the biggest characters on the board,
right?
And then they can like sacrifice them to get gold. They can get rid of smaller characters by discarding them. So. This guy's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't think they have a whole lot of ways to get stealth naturally.
Exactly.
So that's a pretty cool ability.
Yeah, and I mean it's a little overpriced if you don't get the stealth, but I think they can. It's not loyal, so maybe if you're playing this with like say the Baratheons, you got Big Bob, who's all those guys now.
No, it's going to be huge. So that pair well.
He's almost universally the biggest character on the board, or maybe like a Tywin or something as well. So I think this might not see the most play in like Tyrells because they do have the strength buffs, but they don't always have the biggest characters.
Right.
So
they might have to work for it to get that biggest character. But okay, cool. All right, we're going to go on over to the Night's Watch now. 3-cost character with an intrigue icon, 3 strength, Chet. Or Chet. What is it?
I think it's Chet. I don't know.
Is he French? I don't know. Here we go. So he's a steward. No attachments except weapon. Dominance action. Kneel a steward character to return a direwolf or raven card from your discard pile to your hand. Limit once per phase.
That's kind of cool.
That is kind of cool. Because you got some stewards.
Yeah.
You got a few out there. You got your Tarleys.
Often you'll have those ravens kind of sit in your hand all the time, and sometimes they get plucked by those intrigue challenges.
I love my Raven Bros.
And you would love to get them back, yeah.
And if you need to make a hard sacrifice, you chuck a Raven away. But
sure. You can like discard ravens or maybe sack your direwolves to, Yeah, it's only from the discard pile.
Yeah,
but
yeah. So you can't kill a Raven and get it back, but you can discard it for sure. And then
I think there's that one card in Stark that lets you sacrifice your wolves to trigger a different effect. So if it's non-loyal, so if you play this in that Stark deck, you can get some good value out of that. He's got an intrigue icon, which isn't bad, 3 strength. So
yeah, it's not terrible. I don't know how much I would throw it right into a deck, but
yeah. I think you're gonna have like a lot. You're gonna be using a lot of this Raven or Direwolf stuff going on, and
you can get your Ghost out there,
exactly,
but I don't know if they're gonna have anything else pop up for Direwolves and
I
Night's Watch.
I think what's more likely is we'll see like a big Stark Direwolf deck in the future, and he'll be in there to kind of recur your.
Yeah,
Direwolves.
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
sure.
And he can. It's card again, so he can get those Direwolf attachments out of your discard pile. For the
yeah,
Starks.
that's true. Yeah, so, those attachment Direwolves that we were talking about. So awesome.
Very cool. I think it's really cool. I don't think I've seen a single Direwolf interaction that doesn't say card, so you can just get those Direwolf attachments and characters are basically treated exactly the same. You can fetch them with all the same effects, and you can recur them with this guy. So really cool.
Yeah.
Next up, we got Northern Rookery. It's a location traded the north, and it's loyal to the Night's Watch. 2 costs, and it says reaction after you marshal Northern Rookery, draw 1 card, and it's +1 initiative. So 2 gold for a card. And all you really get out of it is an initiative, so I don't know.
Which you don't tend to really care too much about with Night's Watch, because you're usually, well, at least I play a very defensive game with them, and that's kind of what they favor.
Initiative's still good if you want to go second and stuff, and you want them to attack you first. But I think cycling for 2 is I don't know if cycling for 2 is worth it yet, but I mean the Night's Watch doesn't have a ton of draw effects, so it's kind of like thinning your deck, basically. Like which may not be bad, but they also don't have a lot of economy locations.
So many locations without economy.
Yeah, so maybe it's not worth spending your gold on a cycle effect.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get Baratheon. We got a loyal card. It's the Kingswood 1-cost location. During power challenges in which you are the defending player, each attacking character gets -1 strength. Forced reaction, after you lose a power challenge, sacrifice Kingswood.
Really good.
I like that a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
I mean,
I
think you don't play this until you have their other location that gives you the bonus strength during power challenges, and you kind of go all in on that power challenge thing. But if you can do that location can get a ton of value.
Just a passive -1 strength is just so insidious. Yeah.
And with their other locations giving them +2, so a 3 strength swing in the power challenge. Yeah.
It's not a unique location, so if it does get sacrificed somehow, you can always bring out another one. So that's not too bad.
Actually, I think you can have multiple of these in play.
Oh, hey, good point.
And so just stack those up. So it's not too bad.
That could be pretty sweet. I wouldn't be sad to see 2 of those in my hand.
It's only when you're defending, but if you can get some sweet power challenge defenses, trigger your location, and all that stuff, like this is really good.
Yeah. Cool.
All right. Next up, we got a Baratheon attachment, Stinking Drunk. Opponent's character only. It's in a condition. It says reaction after attached character stands, sacrifice Stinking Drunk to kneel that character, and it's 0 cost. So just kind of a
more battle mechanics.
Throw it down
again without the real
kneel him, stand him, that kind of thing. Lock down a character for a turn, basically. It's not too bad.
Yeah.
Like we talked about earlier, like
you're playing plots to kneel a character, so
how many
attachment?
How many slots are you devoting to your kneel effects? And I mean, it could be worth it.
Yeah.
And it's a 0 cost attachment, so you just throw it out there. It is non-terminal, so it would. Oh, you have to sacrifice it, so you would lose it. So
right.
But if they sack their character to try to get around the effect, maybe they're playing Starks and there's like, oh well, that guy I don't want to. He's going to be knelt all day anyway, so let's just get rid of him. And then you can put on a different character. So
could be good if you got space for it. If it'll work for your deck.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, getting into Lannisters now. 1-cost character, just 1. Military icon, 5 strength. It's Braun. Braun the Mercenary. During a challenge in which you are the defending player, Braun gets a military and intrigue and a power icon. Marshalling action. Pay attention to this. Pay 1 gold to take control of Bronn. Any player may initiate this ability.
And there's no limit, so...
The bidding wars.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, so cool.
It's super flavorful for this guy.
If I'm playing Lannister, I mean, maybe I'm playing this because it's a huge guy, but I don't know. I'm a little scared that if the gold swings the wrong way, that
you definitely need to be aware of that.
Giving my opponent a 5 strength character that just defends every challenge. So he doesn't have any stand effects, so he's only really good for 1 challenge, and you have to decide whether you're gonna buy him in the marshalling phase, which I think is really cool. Basically, like you said, you bid, everyone bids for him, and whoever gets him for that 1 challenge in the next phase, probably on the defense. He's really cool. Really cool character.
It'd be interesting to see how it kind of throws people off their curve if they're going to try to go in and bid on him. And, maybe I'm not going to marshal this guy because I need a whole golden reserve to make sure I can pay for Bronn so he doesn't come against me or whatever, or I want to try to steal him away. So
we got a card here later that I think will be pretty have an interesting interaction with Bronn.
Right
so
on. I just think he sounds really fun. Probably not the most reliable of characters.
But maybe a fun
cool.
one of include.
Yeah.
Maybe you throw him down. I mean, not a bad setup character.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it'd be really fun to have early on. And if you're playing, super deep pockets with the Lannisters like they want,
like they usually do.
Hey.
All right, next up we got a Lannister event, Trial by Combat. It's a loyal, 2 cost, and it says interrupt. When claim is applied for an intrigue challenge, apply military claim instead. Strong.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because you're getting your...
I'm seeing like a 2 claim plot here where you go in intrigue first, so like, okay, I need to defend this sick military challenge, so I'm gonna let you throw some cards. Maybe I don't even have any cards. I'm just gonna throw them away. Then you do this, kill 2 other characters, come in for a military challenge, kill 2 more other characters, just wipe their board.
I mean, Lannister's no slouch in the military challenge aspect, but man, can they do the intrigue. So just pushing one of those through.
Yep. Yeah, and there's a lot of situations, like especially if you've been doing your job right, you're controlling their hands so much that they just give up kind of on the intrigue challenge, and maybe they don't even have the cards, they just play everything, and then like whatever, you can't take anything from me. And then you use this to kind of shift your focus onto the board control. So very cool. Really, I think a really strong event. I think it'll see play. Yeah. It is 2 costs, but I think it'll see play.
Cool. Getting into Greyjoys now. 2 cost character, military icon, 2 strength. Raider from Pike. He is a raider. Each weapon card in your hand gains ambush X. X is that card's printed cost. Ambushing weapons.
Yeah. I think currently they got like the throwing axe, which is pretty good. Yeah. A really good surprise, actually. I think a lot of times people will like avoid it when it's on the board, but this will let you be like, okay, I'm in this challenge. You're committing a bunch of guys. Now I'm going to throw down this throwing axe and kill one of them. The fishing net is also a really good surprise. Like maybe they left a certain character.
Tiny net. Oh no.
Yes. Yeah. So I think and they'll have more weapon attachments, I'm sure. Also, this is non-loyal, so maybe if the like Targaryens get a lot of attachments like they have in the past, or other factions with a lot of attachments could see play here. So really cool.
Yeah, it's interesting. It definitely a new thing to be aware of.
Yeah, I like this like small body, but like a lot of utility. So
may not exactly draw all the ire of your enemy's removal, because it's like
and maybe you like it's a good like claim soak kind of if you like maybe you've exhausted all your weapons, or you don't really need the surprise element anymore. You just kind of sack this guy to claim and don't lose too much. So really cool kind of utility small character. Pretty exciting.
Yeah.
All right, next up we got the Iron Mines. It's a Greyjoy location, 1 cost, and Iron Islands traded. It says interrupt. When a character would be killed, sacrifice Iron Mines to save that character, and it's non-loyal. So this can go in other factions and save other factions' characters.
Yay! How nice of them to save all their rescuing from the graveyard effects with the other peasants.
I think it's pretty.
1 cost, save a character?
Yeah. It's pretty uncommon, I think, for the Greyjoy effects to say non-Greyjoys, because usually related to like sea stuff, but this is really cool. So I think this will see a lot of play in all kinds of decks. I mean, obviously in Greyjoy decks this is going to be good.
And just more of the good stuff they love.
Yeah, then I think in now you have more reasons to go get an Asha and some Iron Mines from the Greyjoys. So
there you go.
Pretty cool.
All right. Dipping into Targaryens, we've got a 7 cost character with an intrigue and a power icon, 5 strength, and it's Miri Maz-Dur. Interrupt. When claim is applied for a challenge in which Miri Mazdur is attacking alone, choose a character controlled by the losing opponent. Instead of the normal claim effects, kill that character.
Very cool. This is, I think this is the same effect that Pyatt Pre had in 1.0, where you throw him in for an intrigue or power challenge, and if he wins it, he just kills a dude. Very cool.
Yeah, 7 cost, a little bit steep.
Very steep.
Yeah, but wow, what a cool effect, man.
Yeah, target kills is really good.
5 strength too. Cool.
And I think they can affect some solo challenges with like Dracarys's and stuff like that. So like you throw her in there, and if they defend with too many guys, you kill one of them, or I don't know. It's similar to some of those other characters where you just send them in alone, and your opponent has to either overcommit or undercommit and get punished for it. So
that's true.
Make your opponent make the hard decisions with these kind of like one-off characters. Very, very cool.
All right.
All right, next up is a Blood Magic Ritual. It's a Targaryen event. It's loyal and 1 cost, and it says interrupt. When a non-army character would be killed, save it. Then attach Blood Magic Ritual to the character as a condition attachment with the text terminal. Treat attached character's printed text box as if it were blank. Except traits. So you basically save your guy and then milk him. Mm-hmm. It's not bad for one.
So
for one cost.
if you're keeping a big body on the board, that could be really good.
And you can later maybe get rid of this attachment with some attachment removal. And
there you go.
Unmilk them. So pretty good. Yeah, and like the character doesn't die if they lose this attachment. It doesn't look like. So yeah.
And for 1 cost, pretty sweet.
Yeah. Saves are good.
And it's kind of outside of their normal wheelhouse for abilities. So
yeah,
that's a new effect for them, pretty much. Do you have any save effects, really?
Not many. I mean, we have the recursion stuff, so you get unique dudes out of the dead pile. But
this is the first one. Just saving
I'm trying to think if this will work with the dragons. Because I remember there's a similar card 1.0 where you would play it on the dragons, but the dragons can't have attachments, so then they're just
good
point.
It
just pops off them. So I'm curious if this will work on the dragons, where you save the dragon and then this can't land on them because they can't have attachments.
A condition attachment.
Yep. So and then they just not blinked. So maybe
interesting.
The dragons in this game are far less powerful than they were in 1.0, so maybe they're okay with us just saving the dragons. We already have the event that just lets them pop out of the dead pile, so maybe that's intentionally.
You're playing the dragons mostly for their abilities, though, too. So blanking may not be the best. You might want to just send them to the dead pile so you can.
Yeah. And then you can pop them out with the other events.
Anyway, definitely some possibilities for that one.
Yeah, very cool.
Okay. Into Martell now. Got a 4-cost character, military power icon, 4 strength, Knights of the Sun, army, and a knight. No attachments except weapons. While there are 3 or more plot cards in your used pile, Knights of the Sun gains renown.
Yep.
I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. You definitely like the later game plot kind of effects with them.
Fits right into the Martell theme here.
Yep.
And it's a decent body with good traits and non-loyal. Yeah.
Getting renown out there on the field is pretty sweet too.
You're not
Martell.
overpaying for any of his effects here, I don't think. So yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, solid.
Next up, Vengeance for Ella. It's a loyal Martell event, 2 costs. It says, interrupt when claim is applied for a challenge in which you are the defending player. Choose an opponent. That player must satisfy the normal claim effect instead of you, as if he or she were the defending player.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Classic Martell.
So let's say the Greyjoys have a 2 claim something going on.
Yep. So good. Yeah, this is great. You can just
BT dubs know you.
Yeah. If you can't defend all the challenges, you just say, well, I'm just gonna have you take the claim for this one.
Yeah.
It is worth noting something I mentioned in the article on the FFG site. If you do the power challenge, the claim for power challenges, they move it from your house to their house. So if you did this on a power challenge, they would move it from their house to their house.
Oh,
so you don't
that's
actually
a good point. Yeah.
get anything from it. But on the intrigue and military challenges, obviously this is incredible. So
yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. That's what you want it for. Cool. All right, getting some neutral cards. We got a 1-cost location, Street of Steel, King's Landing. Reaction: after you win a military challenge, kneel your faction card to search the top 10 cards of your deck for a weapon or item attachment. Reveal it and add it to your hand. Shuffle your deck.
Very cool.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, not sure it's worth the slots here, a location just to go search, but I mean, thinning your deck, kind of looking for stuff.
Yeah, bringing out if you. Oh man, I really need that.
Yeah, I think this will be good in like the Greyjoys
or
or if you're looking for those very specific like power, like your game plan kind of revolves around putting ice on.
If you're winning the military challenges anyways, might as well go fish out a hand axe while you're there, or throwing axe or whatever.
And it has no strength requirement or whatever. Like you just have to win the military challenge. So I think some factions have no problem doing that. So
yeah,
and maybe they got some.
I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, very cool. All right, next up we got the Eyrie. It's a 4-cost location. Jeez. House Aaron and a stronghold, and says reaction after a phase begins, kneel the Eyrie to choose a character. Until the end of the phase, that character cannot be killed. Yeah, good protection for your dudes. Very expensive.
Because I'm high on my mountain castle, you cannot get to me to do whatever it is you thought you were going to do.
Very expensive though. So.
Yeah, that is a spicy meatball, as nobody says. But I don't know, if you've got that deck that needs to protect that one guy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You
got to plan for it.
Yeah.
You got to plan around it. And
I like that it is 4 cost, so it's out of range of the event that lets you go fetch locations and stuff.
That's good too. So a little bit of passive defense there.
Pretty good. Yeah. We'll see if this sees play. I think there's some factions that have those really, really big characters that their game plan kind of revolves around where this could be see play.
You mean I can keep the Viper out for another round?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I mean, keep the Viper out pretty much permanently.
Yeah.
So, pretty good. All right. Next up.
All right. We got 1-cost event, Nightmares. It's got the dream keyword again there.
Mm-hmm.
Action, choose a character or location. Until the end of the phase, treat that card's printed text box as if it were blank, except for traits. So...
Yep. It's a classic card. Saw a lot of play in 1.0.
Coming back again.
Yeah. It's not bad. You can kind of blank people that are maybe immune to milk because they have no attachments, that kind of thing. Like I was saying with Braun, you can blank Braun during the marshalling phase so people can't steal him from you, and then you just have him during the military phase. So cool stuff like that.
So sneaky. Especially if they were saving gold to the side that they could have used for marshalling other things. That would be good. But I think this is the second dream card we've had now.
Yep.
So,
we'll see if we get maybe some dream recursion or something like that.
Yeah. A recurring nightmare.
Yes, recurring nightmares. I think Bran has some. All right. Next up, we got a plot here. Tyrell Loyal plot, Pulling the Strings. 5 income, 2 initiative, 1 claim, and it's got the scheme trait. It says, when revealed, choose an edict, kingdom, or scheme plot card in an opponent's use pile. Initiate the when revealed ability on that card as if you had just revealed it. Plot deck limit 1 and 6 reserve. So it's a really good plot.
Yeah, I like that a lot. That's pretty cool.
I think this is almost auto included in Tyrell decks.
You got a really good gold income on there.
Most of these high income plots are going to be not have a lot of effect or not have as good initiative or good reserve. And then this one you get kind of all of the good stuff, and maybe it's blank. Maybe they just don't play a plot that you wanted to play the ability of. But then if they do, you get a ton of extra value out of it. I think.
Just paying attention to what they've got over there.
Yeah.
But it seems really good.
Like a lot of those winter plots, maybe you're not turning their effects off because it's not summer or winter, and then you can trigger their really good abilities. Maybe your opponent's playing winter or something. So
it seems good. Okay, last up we've got a neutral plot. It's 2 gold, 0 initiative, 2 claim. It's got the winter keyword though. It's called Famine. It's got a 4 card reserve. Increase the cost for each opponent to marshal each of his or her characters by 1.
This is really good.
Whew.
It was really good. There's a plot in 1.0 that had a similar effect where you could only play one thing in turn and have 2 claim like this. So kind of like you surprise your opponents with this. Maybe they have a low board, and then you can get that 2 claim and kind of hold them down type thing. It's very good.
Yeah, just gotta plan for it because you're gonna be holding yourself down on only that 2 income. So
it's kind of a win harder type thing where you're already in the lead there, and you're just gonna
pushing it forward,
keep them down. They're not gonna be able to play too many characters, and you're gonna get that 2 claim in and probably clear their board up a little bit. So very good.
Yeah, no, seems like for the right decks that could be really good. But
and we got winter keywords, so
that's always
Exciting.
kind of cool now. Yeah.
Yep.
But, cool. Well, that's everything for this chapter pack. Any other closing thoughts on this?
No, it's pretty cool. I like that right after they drop the Stark box, we get some more winter stuff coming in. So
yeah, it's been.
I'm sure it'll be a thing throughout the rest of the game. So
yeah, an embarrassment of riches of new content here recently.
Yeah.
So it's been very cool.
Yep.
But yeah, and it'll definitely be changing up the metas with all these new stuff. But
Sweet.
Cool. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, whatever, please give us a share, like, subscribe, and make sure to post in the comments. But otherwise, we'll see you next time on Frontier Gaming.
Yep. See you guys next time.
Thank you.